Got a reading here. Stay tuned for more. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Speaking of rest, that is what's being asked of you in this moment because there's some great things coming. Let's take a look. You're at the precipice of a new beginning here, and it's a really powerful one in your physical world. There's big shifts, big changes, things are moving, very dynamic. You might literally be moving, right? Some people are moving places. This is physical change, new jobs, new routines, new ways to get to work, new jobs. I said that. Take it for you, what your situation is. But there's something new happening, big shifts, big changes, but it's coming from this place of new inner world as well. So with these cards, you have the battle-hardened soldier and the grief card. So I think that you are kind of coming out of a period of difficulty, or you've been in a period of difficulty in the past, right? And that really has been coloring your whole experience for a long time now. And the thing about it, though, is that it becomes this self-perpetuating cycle. The battle-hardened soldier card, it discusses this idea that you've been through so many difficult things in your past that you just expect them to continue, right? You think that that's what the world is now. But the thing is, just because something has happened in the past does not necessarily necessitate that it will continue in the future. And there's something really important about that. So take an inward glance at yourself and at your life and really ask yourself, am I going to go through that again? The answer is probably not. This is all new energy, right? And who knows? Like, I can't guarantee nothing bad will ever happen to you again. Like, nobody can guarantee that. But the thing about it is, you also can't guarantee that something bad will happen because something bad has happened, right? So the more that you can open your mind to this new perspective, an idea that life can change, that things can shift, that things can be in a different perspective, a different way, you can actually move into something different here. Now, the way that you really get that is this rest card. We end where we began. The rest is really important. Really give yourself time and space to process things because, this card can indicate needing to process, especially the grief card. The thing about grief is when you've been through difficult things, at the beginning, all you really see is the awful thing that happened. And awful is awful, right? We can't pretend like that there's, trying to find a silver lining in a bad situation. It can be a really good coping mechanism, but it also doesn't take away the fact that something bad has happened, right? So keep that in mind. But also with the 2 cups left over in this card, the thing about those 2 cups that are still standing behind this person, it does indicate that when we lose things, we don't lose everything. And sometimes having lost something, you gain a new appreciation and perspective for the things that remain in your life. And that doesn't, like I said before, that doesn't have to mean like, oh, this thing had to happen, or no. Bad things, they happen in life and they suck. And there's nothing good about that. Like, we don't have to pretend. Like, we can feel all of it, like, personally, I believe in the idea of trying to end suffering for all sentient beings, right? That's my MO. That's who I am. That's a part of how I move. And so we don't have to pretend like suffering is necessary or important, right? No, I'm not saying that. But the thing about this card is that once you lose something, sometimes you can gain another appreciation for the things that remain. And you're kind of being encouraged to do that, to look at what's possible, what's positive. It's that perspective shift I talked about before. So try to think about the things that are new that can happen. Believe that a new way is possible, even if you are an older person, right? Even if you are 99 years old. I almost said 90,000, but true. If we think about lifetimes after lifetimes, if you believe in reincarnation, I personally do, you could, this is definitely not your first rodeo, right? But that doesn't mean you can't do something different. That doesn't mean you can't change. That doesn't mean that life can't continue in a different way, and that new way could be wonderful. Who knows? Open up your mind to the possibility that it can be, and you have more of a likelihood of bringing that in. Anyway, catch you later. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe for more stuff like this. I do private readings. You can find information on my profile. Bye.